UGC, I want y'all to look something up, man. I want y'all to look this up. Um, Manny Pacquiao, Canelo Alvarez have something in common. They do. I think they both are going into the Hall of Fame. They're both considered the best fighters, I think, out of their countries. Manny Pacquiao probably considered the best out of the Philippines. Canelo Alvarez could be debatable, but a lot of people consider him the best out of Mexico. But both of them, I noticed something. I was looking on BoxRec, and y'all can check this out yourselves. After they suffered a loss to Canelo, which is another, to Floyd, which is another thing they have in common. They both lost to Floyd Mayweather. Um, they, I think Canelo went on a 15 fight win streak and one draw. He was 15-0-1. The draw came to Triple G. But yeah, since he lost to Floyd, he went on 15 wins, one draw, and then recently lost to Dimitri Bivol. And then Pacquiao, when he lost to Mayweather, he won like 2 fights in a row. Then he lost to Jeff Horn. Then he won like 3 fights after that. And then he ended up losing to Yordenis Ugas. Then I was also taking a look at the similarities or looking at the differences between the scorecards. Let me see. I think they had the Ugas Pacquiao scorecard 115, 113, 116, 112, and 116, 112. And then in the Canelo loss versus Bivol, I think was all units in unison 115, 113. Right here on this update, it says 115, 111. But then also says down at the bottom, Canelo's 84 punches landed is a career low. So wow, that's another stat right there. That was the lowest landed punches for Canelo in a fight. But there you have it. I know a lot of people would say that the scorecards is bogus. I don't know. I think Bivol probably had an easier time with Canelo than Ugas had with Pacquiao. Both of them was pretty clear victories, but if I had to just choose off the top of my head, I would say that the Bivol victory was more dominant because I think I gave him one round too debatable. So it is what it is. But yeah, man, that's something that they do have in common, and both of them were considered the faces of boxing. You know, it's crazy because we had this conversation before about passing the torch. Floyd was considered the top dog. Nobody ever beat him. After he retired, they automatically just sent, handed the torch off to Canelo and said he was the face of boxing when he didn't even really take the torch from Floyd, you know. So he had his little reign, they still consider him the face of boxing, which is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, he's the face of Mexico. You know what I mean? I give him that. But the face of boxing, you know, it's like face of Mexico, not the face of boxing. You got to master the sweet science to be the face of that, man. You feel me? Like, people got to pay attention to the words that they saying. Face of boxing? No, I think Mexico want him to be the face of boxing because Mexico look at him as he's the end all be all, and that they run boxing and shit. A lot of people think that shit. When some of their people get on top, they want them to stay on top, and they feel like they run boxing. No one fighter runs boxing. Floyd didn't run boxing. He was the best for his generation and in his era and for his time period, but he wasn't bigger than boxing. You know, Pacquiao, he wasn't bigger than boxing. You know, Anybody who can master the sweet science of boxing can take all of that hype away from you, man. All that momentum and glory that you had, all they got to do is dedicate themselves, like I said before, come up with a great game plan and execute. Hard work, prayers, belief in a good team, like Floyd Mayweather say. Like I said before, work tremendously hard. You know, I'll take nothing away from him. He's a hell of a fighter. But that's one thing they got in common, man. Floyd beat both of their ass and made it look easy. He had a more difficult time with Pacquiao, but he really blazed the hell out of Canelo. You know what I mean? But y'all give me y'all thoughts, man. Just analyzing these two. Maybe they would say Canelo had a better career because after he lost to Floyd, he did more. He did more. He became undisputed. You know, I would say that I give Pacquiao his respect too, but if I had to choose after fighting the best ever, as he considers himself, Floyd Mayweather, I gotta say after that, Canelo got better. Pacquiao took 2 losses after that. So y'all give me y'all thoughts. I am the Black Horseman, and shout out to the whole UGC. I'm out.